Okay, hello and welcome to my channel. This is Virtual Roam TV, and today we are going to be taking a drive by the Krill House, also known as the Claremont House, which that's what we know it as in this community. But the Krill House it's a fictional place in the TV show Stranger Things. So we're going to take a drive by there and just going to show that, the actual house. But on the way, we're going to stop by Myrtle Hill Cemetery, which was another location that was featured in the TV show Stranger Things. If you're not familiar with Stranger Things, it's a very popular TV show on Netflix. One of the most popular shows, I believe, in the US, in the world. So I just wanted to show some of the filming locations that were featured in the Rome area. Right now we're about to turn on to 2nd Avenue and we're going to take a short drive through Broad Street, which Broad Street was recently used for, there was another TV show being filmed here called Kindred. It's a TV show that's going to be featured on FX. It's based on a book. So last week, I know they had the 100 block of Broad Street blocked off for traffic for the filming of that. We will be driving through that on our way to Myrtle Hill Cemetery. Recently used for filming of, like I said, the TV show Kindred on FX. You can still see some of the dirt. They put down dirt. They had horses and carriages, sort of transported it back to the 1800s. Okay, we're coming up. This is Myrtle Hill Cemetery, right across, directly across. You can see sign there, and this is the South Rome area. You can see from the sign here, it says welcome to South Rome. This is South Broad Street. So we're just gonna pull up inside. I'm not gonna get out of the car. Like I said, this is just wanted to make a quick stop here just to show this was the cemetery scenes were actually filmed here in this cemetery. This is a very old cemetery, but it's actually not the oldest cemetery in Rome. It's actually the second oldest. This one was established in 1857. I'm just going to take a drive up top of this hill here and just turn around. I will actually be making another video separate just for this location. I don't want to drive up in here too far. The roadway is very narrow, so and parts of it is blocked off, as you can see. You can't actually drive through the entire cemetery, so just gonna stop here for a minute. Yeah, this is a very old, this cemetery is actually a national landmark. I know one famous person that is buried here is Woodrow Wilson's. His wife is buried here. And some members of the Berry family from Berry College are actually buried here, which Berry College campus is right outside of Rome. I will have another video featuring that, because that was actually another location for filming for the TV show Stranger Things. I will have another video about that coming up soon. I wish I could drive through the entire thing, but like I said, the roadways are very narrow. I will have another video, but it will be a walking video, because there are actually some very interesting statues inside the cemetery, so I would like to just walk around and just view all of that. Just gonna head on over to the Krill House. It's not far from here. This is known as Old East Rome community. A lot of these houses were also built back in the 1800s. There's probably been an increase in traffic in this area because of the TV show. I'm gonna turn in here and then turn around. I gotta do this quickly. I've already been through here one time because I was trying to figure out how I was going to film this. So I'm going to stop here quickly. So that is the Krill House. It was built back in the 1800s by Colonel Yancey for his family. Him and his wife had about 15 kids. So from what I heard, it was passed down through several generations of the Yancey family, and eventually it was auctioned off in the 1960s. Not sure what it, I guess maybe it was a residence after that, and then in the 1990s they turned it into a bed and breakfast, and it was actually a bed and breakfast up until maybe a few years ago. That was closed, and I know it was up for sale until they started using it for the filming of the Stranger Things. But I noticed the for sale signs have been taken down, and there's a lot of private property signs, and it's, you can't drive up into the driveway, because they're trying to keep it, I guess maybe there's some increased security. So that is the Krill House. I noticed there are some gas lit lamps right by the door. I do see that. There's one burning on each side. Huh. That's interesting. It's a fairly large house, but most of the action scenes from Stranger Things took place inside this house. And if you watch the TV show, I noticed across the street there was like a playground across the street, but obviously that's not the case in real life because it's a lawyer's office and it's a funeral home. So that is the Krill House, and we're just going to take a drive around this area just to see what else, because there are actually, it's a very nice house next door. This is considered one of the historic communities in this area. Most of these houses were built back in the 1800s, the same time period that the Claremont house was built. Could have used this house right up here, this white house. They could have turn that into a Krill House. Looks like somebody's starting to do some work on it. It is a very old house. Has that nice old, the porch that wraps around almost the entire house. In case you haven't heard, one thing about Georgia that it's famous for is the Kudzu. If you look off into the distance here, on top of this hill, off into the distance, you can see those trees. They're all pretty much covered in Kudzu. If you don't know what Kudzu is, it's a vine. It just, once it starts growing, it just overtakes everything. So Georgia has quite a bit of Kudzu. See it, like I said, off into the distance. This covers all of those trees on top of this hill. I've heard that even some people use it and they make some sort of a soup out of it and they eat it. I haven't actually tried it myself. It doesn't sound too appetizing, but I guess somebody figured, hey, there's so much of this stuff around, maybe I'll just find some use for it. Let's make some soup. But here's some right here. I'm gonna pull up in here so you can get like a close-up view of Kudzu in case you don't know what it is. You can see this vine. It's all over these trees. This stuff is all over the state of Georgia. You will find this Kudzu. While we're here, this place, this is the Floyd County Elections Department, and also it's Floyd County Health Department, and the Environmental Health Office is also located here in this same building. Kudzu. Right there, covering those trees and bushes. So now you know what Kudzu is. Let's go ahead back up to Broad Street. Left here, that takes you to Cave Spring. That's Cave Spring Street, and also Darlington School is, if you go that way, that will take you to Darlington School. I do have a video featuring that area. It's posted on my channel already. So, ooh, there's a beaver. Hit the poor guy. driving along a street and have a beaver jump out in front of me, so that was a first. I've had deer, cats, dogs, squirrels, turtles, possums, but a beaver that was my first experience. Like I said, there are some improvements in this area. You can see they're working on the sidewalks. Some sections of the sidewalks are blocked off. Trying to revamp it. This is nice. That's a good idea. Do another video where I walk, a walking video where I can show some of these houses. Myrtle Hill Cemetery. Try to get a lot more content on my channel as soon as I can. It's been so hot here. It's just unbelievably just the weather this year. Georgia is always hot in the summertime, but this year it's been off the charts. So it's been difficult to get out and actually do the filming. My camera gets hot, sometimes it cuts off. Also, the battery doesn't seem to last as long, so you have to take all that stuff into consideration when you're doing your filming. Today was actually a little bit cooler. It's been raining a little bit. Looks like we might get some more rain. You can see the clouds off in the distance. But this is Broad Street. Historic downtown Rome, as they like to refer to it as. Established in 1834. Undergone many makeovers over the years. I do have a video where I just drive up and down the street, but I do have plans to do one at night because I think they've added some lights on a lot of these trees and some of the buildings. So I'd also like to do a walking video at night. I do have plans for that as well, as soon as it cools off. But Stranger Things, that's not the only thing that's been filmed in this area. There's been, Remember the Titans was actually, part of that was filmed here. That was one of the first movies to be filmed in this area. Part of that was filmed out at Berry, on the Berry campus. And he's the scientist in the Back to the Future movie. He is filming a movie here. So, as far as filming locations, I mean, Rome is right now is a hot spot for that. And just Georgia in general. Georgia, from what I hear, is becoming like the new Hollywood as far as filming TV shows, especially Netflix shows. I know the TV show Ozarks for Netflix, that's filmed in Georgia. The Black Panther movie was actually, a lot of that was filmed in Georgia, around the Atlanta area. There's been a lot. This area here, this is known as the River District. Which, look at it now, it may not look like much, but there's going to be a lot of upcoming plans for this area. All of this, except for this brand new hotel right here, the Courtyard Marriott. A lot of this is going to look a lot different in a few more years. About to totally redo this area. Going to add in some, I guess it's what they call mixed use. It'll be some residential, like condos, and then some areas for shopping. You can see off into the distance here, they see that pile of dirt and those pipes. They're getting ready to start. I know they're working on the infrastructure, the pipelines and whatnot, so it's they're getting started. So within, like I said, within the next few years, this area is going to look totally different. You can see from here, you can see Rome City Clock from here, and the old courthouse off in the distance there to the left of the clock. So I'm gonna end this video here. If you like this video, please hit the like button and please subscribe. That's the only way I'm gonna grow this channel, if I can get some new subscribers. I mean, when you see that you have new subscribers and people like your content, it does kind of motivate you to get out there and create some more content. This is just a side gig for me. I'm not getting paid for this. I do have a full-time job, so I'll produce more content whenever I can. But if you subscribe, then you'll get notifications whenever I do post something new. So, and I do want to try to branch out into other communities in the area and feature, what's going on and in surrounding areas. There's Adairsville, there's Calhoun, there's Cartersville. There's a lot in this area to see. So I'll get to that as soon as I can. Like I said, this is a side gig. I do it whenever I have time because I do have a full-time job. So just please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.